Emily in Paris is back with a bang. One more season filled with messy love lives, tangled friendships, and a whole lot of business. What more did we expect? The American workaholic's life turned around for the better the moment she landed in Paris. And we're so here for it. In this video, we'll follow Emily's journey in Season 3 and take a look at the shocking ending. Keep watching to learn more. First up, what's the new season of Emily in Paris about? In the first 2 seasons of our favorite Netflix comedy drama series, we followed the journey of the marketing expert / social media influencer, Emily Cooper, as she navigated the French waters and got to know her way around business and pleasure in the city of love. The new season deals with Emily choosing between what her heart says and what her brain says, in both her professional and love life. Once Sylvie and the rest of the former Savior French team left the office to start their own marketing agency, Emily had to make the choice between working for Savior with Madeline or settling in Paris and joining Sylvie's new team. Aside from this major career decision, our young protagonist also had to decide who her heart really wanted. Was it Alfie, the perfect British boyfriend, or Gabriel, the man she's always loved? Will Emily finally admit her feelings for Gabriel this season, or will she go with what's safe and easy for her? Keep watching to find out. Up next, so what happens in the 3rd season? The 3rd season begins with Emily having a nightmare about confronting Madeline and discussing her true feelings about Savior. As the season continues, Emily tries to work for both Madeline and Sylvie's marketing firms. Now, we always knew she was a people pleaser, and she goes on to prove this by picking overworking over just being honest. While Madeline's struggling to run the Paris office on her own, Sylvie is not in the best place either. She and her employees were working out of her house when she broke it off with Savior, and had even lost most of her major clients due to a no-contact clause she had signed while working at Savior. An embarrassing confrontation with Madeline revealed that Emily was continuing to work for both firms, but before Emily had a chance to defend herself, Sylvie fired her. Yikes! Following up, what's Camille hiding from Gabriel? Okay, so we initially thought that all was well with our favorite couple, Gabriel and Camille, but turns out Camille now spends most of her days alone at home, and Gabriel barely has time for her after dealing with his restaurant all day. Oh no, sounds like there's trouble in paradise. What worsens their relationship is the immediate spark between Camille and one of her art gallery clients, Sophia. Try as she might, Camille couldn't deny that there was definitely something brewing between the two of them. She didn't want to lose what she had with Gabriel, but resisting Sophia's tempting glances and words seemed to be pretty hard. With Sophia's continued teasing, Camille soon gave in and the two became almost inseparable. Gabriel, of course, was blissfully unaware of the heated feelings that the two of them shared. Up next, how did Emily find out about this affair? Unluckily for Camille and Sophia, Emily spotted the two sharing a kiss at a party. Since then, she hoped that Camille would tell Gabriel the truth, as she believed it was unfair for him to be kept in the dark. When Sophia was about to leave for Greece, she asked the beautiful French woman to accompany her, but Camille refused as she still loved Gabriel. Sophia countered by saying that she believed loving one person could never be the rule. Camille finally gave in to her heart's desires and went to Greece with Sophia. Gabriel, on the other hand, had no clue what was going on. Emily wanted to tell him the truth, but Mindy consistently told her not to get between the two lovers. After Camille returned from Greece, Gabriel told Emily that the two were engaged. Even though Emily was well aware of how problematic the whole situation was, she chose to stay out of it. She talked to Camille about how she felt about her affair and asked her to come clean with Gabriel. To Emily's surprise, Camille couldn't care less. She told Emily it was just a fling and was over, just like her relationship with Gabriel. Coming up, Emily in Paris Season 3, ending explained. Although Gabriel's career was at its peak, he still didn't have an iota of knowledge about what was going on with Camille. To him, the two were closer than ever. He was hoping his restaurant would get a Michelin star and had proposed to Camille to show his love for her. Emily, on the other hand, had never stopped caring for him. She'd made it to a point to bring all her best clients to his restaurant. She definitely trusted his cooking skills, but she also wanted the chef to get the recognition he deserved. She had been his cheerleader every step of the way. Emily helps Gabriel catch the attention of anonymous Michelin food critics with Luke's help. This season, she stays away from making any romantic moves on Gabriel, even when he drunkenly confesses his love for her. She didn't want to risk her friendship with the chef. She also wanted to be loyal to Alfie and loved the stability he brought to her relationship. She had finally found the perfect work-love life balance, and she didn't want to risk it. At Gabriel and Camille's engagement party, he was overjoyed to learn that a Michelin critic might have reviewed his restaurant. He decided to marry the woman he believed himself to be in love with that very day. Camille's parents were elated and pushed her to say yes to his idea, and she finally agreed. Following up, did Emily and Gabriel reunite for good? Although she had agreed to marry him that same day, at the altar, Camille couldn't get the words out. She couldn't repeat the vows after Gabriel, and finally decided not to continue with the pretense. She had had enough. Camille left the altar, declaring that it was her life, and that not marrying Gabriel was a choice she was making. She said that she was aware of how Emily and Gabriel had always been been in love with one another and that she couldn't ignore the truth any longer. Alfie was shocked to hear that Emily and Gabriel had ever been together, although he admitted having sensed something between the two. He stepped back, saying he refused to be her second choice and told her to be with the man she loved. With the wedding called off and everyone gone, Emily and Gabriel admitted their true feelings for one another, right before Gabriel dropped a gigantic bomb on their newfounded relationship. Now, for what you can expect from Emily in Paris Season 4. The most important question we have is the one about Emily and Gabriel. Will the two star-crossed lovers finally get together? Well, knowing that they're both in love and currently single, chances are that they just might. Although Gabriel's life is about to change forever with a baby on the way with Camille, the relationship between the trio is bound to get complicated. Lucky for us, Netflix has greenlighted Season 4 of our beloved TV show, and we can expect all our questions to be answered as soon as the show is back. What's more, where does that leave Mindy and Benoit? So we know that Season 3 really took it up a notch and focused on Mindy's career as a singer. After running away from her embarrassing past in China, where her father is pretty much China's own Bill Gates, Mindy decides to find her calling in Paris and navigates around the city of love in search of validation for who she is. In Season 2, she goes from being La Dame Pipi to joining a band with Benoit and Etienne, the last of whom is from Shanghai and knows the truth about Mindy. Now, cutting the long story short, after that dramatic performance of Shallow by Mindy and Benoit, where the two seemingly sang to each other, it looked like she and Benoit had gone their separate ways. Add in the fact that she had begun pursuing Nacho from boarding school. We ultimately had to say goodbye to Benoit because of many feelings of presumed jealousy between the two guys. But toward the final episode, we find out the real reason why Benoit was hesitant to give away the rights to his song, Mon Soleil, to Nico. Sure, it was because he wrote it for Mindy, but also because he had submitted it to the Eurovision Song Contest, which they successfully entered as a duo. Now, for where Sophia and Camille stand. Ever since Season 1, we've been getting all sorts of fruity vibes from Camille. In no way whatsoever did she ever feel uncomfortable with being affectionate, whether it was her beau Gabe or her very American friend Emily. So when the tension between her and the Greek artist grew, only to blossom into a affair, it was kinda obvious that a tragic love triangle would soon combust. Now we know Camille left Sophia at the end of Season 3 for Gabriel, but now that Emily knows the truth, and considering that awkward impromptu almost wedding in the finale, and her almost face-off with her mother, we've got tons of questions. Will Camille come out to her family next season? Will she finally confront her mother to stop having unrealistic expectations from her in terms of marriage and a family? Guess we gotta wait a couple of months for our answers. And lastly, what about more Alfie? Remember Alfie? Our poor, innocent, sweet little sexy Alfie. Emily might have won him over with her public declaration of love, but the fact that there's always been a push and pull situation with them was really the biggest relationship flag. You see, Alfie might have come off as an arrogant Brit who's too full of himself, but underneath, he's just a guy who's afraid of introducing a girl to his parents because he's kinda scared of hurting them. Kinda like what Emily did, no? Now Alfie might have walked out of that wedding party, but he's still the CFO of Antoine's company. And last we checked, Gabriel's still working for Antoine too. This sets up a whole lot of tension for Season 4 ahead, and that leaves us with this. How is this going to affect this spicy love triangle ahead? Any guesses? And with that, that's a wrap on this video. Were you excited to see how the third season of Emily in Paris ended? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.